Hello and welcome back to another spectacular chess game. This game was played in 1977 between two very strong Soviet grandmasters, Vladimirov, who was playing with white, and Agzamov, who was playing with black pieces. And what is so unique about this game is that white created a spectacular attack against black's king. He also had one amazing positional sacrifice with knight e6 you saw from the thumbnail, and this game will teach you how to properly attack against enemy's king. It will also teach you how to involve all of your pieces in the attack and some most common motifs when you attack on the king's wing. Now, because this game contains a lot of possible variations and lines, I will first show you the game until the end, then I will go back to the crucial moments of the game and show you all the possible black's responses, because I'm thinking that this way it would be much easier for you to follow. So without further ado, we will go straight into the game. Vladimirov opened the game with knight f3, we have d5 for black, we have g3, c5 played for black, we have bishop g2, we have knight c6, normal developing moves, we have castle for white, and we have e5 played for black. This is King's Indian attack, French variation. Our game continued with d3, we have knight f6 for black, we have bishop g5 played for white, bishop e7 to unpin yourself, we have knight f to d2 played by white with the idea to open this bishop, and we have bishop e6 played by black. We have a trade, bishop picks up on f6, bishop takes on f6, and we have knight c3 for white. Our game continued with castle for black, and we have e4 striking in the center for white. d4 was played for black, right now attacking this knight, and white plays knight d5, which is a really good move. White wants to exchange or either take this dark squared bishop. Game continued with knight b4 played here for black. White continues with knight picking up this bishop, queen picks up this bishop, and we have f4 again opening the position. E takes on f4, we have g takes on f4, and right now we have queen h6 played here for black with the idea to aim at this pawn and also aim at this king. And right now we have one really important move played by white, which you will also use when you decide to attack on the enemy's king, and this is f5. With this you are cutting away the defense of this bishop, which will later control this square, which you will need for your rook when you bring it to h3. So black is now forced to retreat, and we have rook f3. One of the main ideas when you attack the enemy's king is to bring your rooks and involve it on the open files. Our game continued with knight c6 for black, and we have rook h3 right now for white. Queen is under attack, queen goes on f6. We have queen h5 now played for white. White is aiming to checkmate black king. h6 to defend this threat, and we have king h1 now played for white with the idea to bring this rook on g1 and again take advantage of this open file. As always, when you are attacking, you are aiming to open your files and create an attack. Game continued with king h8 for black. Black also wants to create a space for his rook on g file. Game continued with rook g1 for white. We have knight b4 played here for black with the idea to take either one of these pawns. For now, white decided to at least save this pawn on c2. Because of this pawn will fall on a2. Game continued with knight f1 played for white with the idea to involve your other piece in the attack. As always, you must bring all of your pieces involved in the attack on the enemy's king. We have a5 here played for black. Black sees that the danger is coming and he is preparing to play a6 to defend this 6th rank. Game continued with knight g3, and we have queen e5 here played for black. We have queen d2 now played for white with the idea to aim at this pawn, and that is the reason why rook a6 is played for black. We have bishop f3 right now played for white. King goes on h7 to fortify the defenses of this pawn, and right now we have knight h5 played for white with the idea to aim at this pawn, which is now weak. Rook goes on g8 to defend this pawn, and right now we have knight f4 played for white. Game continues with rook d6 for black, and we have bishop h5 played for white with the idea to attack this pawn. Right now black decided to play bishop e8 and to defend this pawn, and right now we are in the critical part of the position where white sacrifices his knight with knight e6, a crucial positional sacrifice. In the game, rook picks up on e6 is played. Of course, black had many options. I will show you all after this game ends. Don't worry, I got you all covered. For now, I will continue covering the game. So rook picks up on e6, and after this, white picks up this rook, and the game continued by queen picking up this pawn. Game for white continued with bishop g4 attacking this queen. We have queen d6 played for black, and right now we have bishop f5 played for white. After king goes on h8, white finishes with this brilliant sacrifice, rook to g6. After this move, black decided to resign because there is nothing he can do and stop a checkmate. Of course, I will show you all the lines. So in case this rook is picked up by the pawn, then the game continues by rook picking up on h6 with a check. You are forced to pick up this rook, and queen picks up on h6 is checkmate. After rook picking up on g6, there is other options. For example, for black, if you decide to pick up this rook with your queen, then the game would continue with bishop picking up on g6, and in case you decide to pick up this bishop with your pawn, then the game continues with rook picking up on h6. Again, g picks up on h6 is forced, and queen picking up on h6 is checkmate. Now we will go back and see other possibilities for black. So after queen picking up on g6 and bishop picking up on g6, there is no need for black to pick up this bishop. He can play, for example, rook f8. After this, we continue with rook picking up on h6 check, and after g picks up on h6, queen picking up on h6 check, king goes on g8, and queen h7 is checkmate again. Now we will go back and see black's other possibilities. So after queen picks up on g6, bishop picks up on g6, and after rook f8 and rook picking up on h6 check, instead of picking up this rook, you can play king g8. Then the game continues with bishop h7 check, and after king goes on h8, we continue with queen g5. Right now, if you decide to pick up this rook with g picks up on h6, we have queen picking up on h6, and there is no way to stop a checkmate. For example, f6, bishop f5 check, king g8, and queen h7 is checkmate. So these were all most important lines that black had in the ending of this game. Of course, we will go back to this crucial part of the game where knight e6 was played, and we saw that rook picked up on e6 was played, which was the best move. So let's see after this move what would happen if f takes on e6 was played. Then the white continues with bishop g6 check, and if you decide to pick up with your bishop, then we continue with f picking up on g6 check, and the king goes on h8, and after rook picking up on h6 check, g takes on h6 is forced, and queen picking up on h6 is checkmate. After bishop h6, if you decide to move your king back, then rook picks up on h6 check, g picks up on h6, and rook picks up on h6 with a checkmate again. We will now go back and see what else black had in this position. So after knight e6, if black decides, for example, to play knight to b4, for example, and completely ignore this knight, we continue again with bishop g6 check, and after f picks up on g6, knight g5 is the crucial move here, and after king goes on h8, you cannot pick up obviously because it's pinned by this rook. We will continue firstly with knight f7 check, and after bishop picks up on f7, we have rook picking up on h6 check, g takes on h6 is forced, and queen h6 again is the checkmate. So this doesn't work as well. Let's go back and see what else black had. After knight e6, what else was there for black? For example, g6. This is not good because now white has an amazing queen sacrifice with queen picking up on h6 check. And after king picks up on h6, bishop e2 is a spectacular checkmate because black king doesn't have any free squares to go. Let's go back again. After knight e6, let's see what else was there. For example, if black plays with his queen, maybe this was one of the best defenses that black could have had. The game would continue with knight g5 check, and after king goes on h8, queen f4 is the move for white. After rook b6 is played because you don't want to allow fork, we continue with e5 pushing away this queen, and after queen e7 is played, we continue with f6 advancing our pawn and attacking this weak king. We have rook picking up on f6 as the only move, e picks up on f6, queen picks up on f6, we will exchange the queens obviously, g picks on f6, and now we have knight picking up on f7 check, bishop picks up on f7, bishop picks up on f7, and after rook picks up on g1 check, and after king picks up on g1, we are one rook up and we are winning this endgame easily. And this is how this game ended, and this is all I have prepared for you today. I really hope you learned something, you enjoyed the game. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like and share because this really helps me a lot. Feel free to ask me questions about the analysis, about the game. Have I missed something? Let me know your questions about this position. Have you had something similar about maybe how to attack on the king side? I will gladly respond to all of your comments. Also, if you wish, you can support my work by doing a one-time donation. I will leave the link in the description of this video. Also, you can become a channel member. That's the other way you can support my channel. And I really appreciate you watching, and thank you so much. We will see each other in the next video. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.